All right, time to add to that back row of Mondo X-Men and take a look at this guy. All right, time for another Mondo X-Men unboxing, and today we're gonna do Omega Red. I couldn't wait. I know I was gonna do Gambit maybe, but I'm kind of savoring that one. That's my favorite X-Men, so I'm gonna hold off and add another villain. Right now, we've got Rogue, Cyclops, Wolverine, and Sabretooth up there. I don't know where I'm gonna put this guy, and I think this is gonna be the biggest of the bunch, especially with like the metallic tendrils. I can't wait to see how Dave managed to create this one, so let's open them up. You know, I love the window. Let's open them up. And look at that. 2 additional head sculpts this time. Rogue only had 1. And yeah, he's huge. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do. Probably the smiling one. You know, he's just the same type of psychopath as Sabretooth. Maybe we'll do that. We've got another note from Eric and Julia Lewald. I'll leave the literature up. Y'all can pause it if you want to read it. We have more cells from the animated series on the back. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, got my handy dandy Surge Slip 4. All right, I have to say, having opened 4 of them already, this one has the strongest odor of them all. I don't know what that's about, but definitely a strong odor. All right, got them out of the box, switched heads, but these joints are hard as crap. So what I'm gonna do is heat them up. So I need a moment. His knees and his ankles are just not budging. I haven't even checked his arms. None of this shit is budging. So I'm gonna try to heat it up a bit. Oh, that one's not moving. I don't trust moving that without popping the joint on this side while trying to move this one. This one just won't move. So, and I don't anticipate doing anything with that knee anyway, so I'd rather just keep that knee intact and not move it. So I was able to move most of the joints, the bottom knee joint as opposed to the top like thigh side. The joint in the calf won't move on this side, so I can feel the strain on the upper one when I was trying to bend it. So I decided not to force the issue anymore. I'm not gonna heat it anymore. I don't want any paint to peel off. So, and I don't put these guys in crazy dynamic poses. Omega Red, I don't think would need a crazy dynamic pose anyways. And as I've said before, if you're looking for articulation, Mondo is not where you wanna go. Mondo is more about the look, the aesthetic, the cell shading, not the articulation, the sculpture itself, the painting, all that attention to detail. And I really like the look. I'll leave it at that. The articulation always leaves something to be desired, but at 1/6 scale, you're probably gonna wanna go to Hot Toys. And even then, you're gonna be limited to some degree, not as limited as this. So I really like it. I like the attention to detail. He's got the Omega like bracers or gauntlets. These, it's got like metallic paint on this. Usually this is a PVC type plastic. Shoulder pads, the headband, the cute little 80s ponytail, like top ponytail, big ass knee pads. Like this is Omega Red for sure. And let's talk about accessories. We've got his metallic tendrils, 2 big ones, 2 little ones, and they are pliable a bit, right? So move it like that, it kind of stays like that. Move it like that, stays like that. I really like that. I will be putting that on the figure, obviously. Are these pliable? Yep. And then you get a second pair of grabbing open hands as opposed to the fists that come with him. And then, like I said before, you've got 2 alternate heads. So 3 in total. It's kind of got like the smirking psycho one, an angry look, and then a more stoic, mean one. I had no stance to put these guys on with the hair the way that it is. Didn't want to risk damaging it, so now you got this look. So overall, I think accessory wise and parts wise, I think it's good. I really like it. You at least get one pair. Usually get more pairs of hands, but you got 2 alternate heads, which is not always a given. So that's a really big win. And then of course, if you're doing Omega Red, you need the tendrils. So that's a win. And the fact that they're pliable, I would not expect that from Mondo. So I really think Mondo did well with this one. Now let's see how we get these tendrils on this guy. So very simple, very straightforward. It's got these 2 slots in here that you just plug it in, and they're very sturdy, well put in there. And there you go. I think Mondo, this might be Mondo's best figure yet. I really like the Cyclops, but I think this one wins. There is some paint mishap right there. A little bit of the yellow paint, looks like from his hair maybe got on there. And I have that also with the Wolverine, a little bit of black marks on his thigh, which unless you're looking straight really at him, I feel like it's really noticeable. Bit annoying there. But the other 3 really didn't have any issues, Cyclops, Rogue, and Sabretooth so far. All right, size comparison with Sabretooth. Let's see, looks like they're almost identical in height, if not for the ponytail. And I think broad-wise, is it the same arms? No, Sabretooth is much more swole, I would say. And I would say he's wider as well because those shoulders are freaking massive. I'm not taking into account the shoulder pads on Omega Red. But I think the lower half looks like, no, not the same mold. Omega Red has much more tone and musculature on his legs. Just look at the back, look at that freaking guy. This dude does not skip leg day. Sabretooth, on the other hand, has much more, it's just massed, but not as toned. Still muscular, obviously, but just curious if they were just repeating the same molds. And next we got Wolverine, and there is a good height difference there. Still feel like Wolverine needs to be a little bit smaller, but I do like that it's noticeable, the height difference. Now Cyclops. Height looks very, let's put your legs together. Looks like Omega Red beats him by a little bit, which I think feels right. Big fan of this figure. Now the issue is, where do I put this guy? I've run pretty much out of room on that X-Men shelf. I'm gonna have to move some things around, and if you saw my last video where I revamped the whole X-Men shelf, I like it a lot more now. I may have to make some more changes and pull some more people off until I get my big case I've been waiting for like a year for, but we'll see. We will figure it out. All right, let's take a look at the revamped shelf. And we've got him over here. I feel like this was the most badass pose I was able to do. I think just like this imposing walk. And I got the villains kind of on the right. I kind of had a thing where everyone was kind of facing to the right, but I feel like let's just have dope poses for the most part. And I really like it. I really like how it came out. Yeah, I think this is the most imposing figure. This might be my favorite figure now, replacing Cyclops. It's just so damn good. And the vibrant red is really just, it really draws your eye. So I had to kind of split 6-inch figure Omega Red versus the 1/6 scale. And I like how it came out. So that's what I got, my friends. Please remember to like and subscribe. That really helps the channel out. I'm really trying hard to get these videos out there, and I really appreciate any sort of comments or likes and subscriptions. It's really motivating. All right, I will see you next time, and thanks a lot. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.